Start with a surprising fact. Did you know that the average person spends about 4,000 hours of their life engaged in sexual activity? That's quite the revelation, isn't it? A person's lifetime is filled with various activities, of which we feel are necessary. Others we do because we enjoy them. And then there are those activities we engage in that are somewhere in between, like sex. This activity, which is so imbued with passion, desire, love, and at times confusion, takes up an astonishing 4,000 hours of our lives. Think about it. Imagine all of those hours collected up into a single, continuous stretch of time. It's a thought that really puts into perspective the undeniable importance of sexuality in our lives, doesn't it? That's approximately 166.67 days, or if you want to break it down even further, about 4 months of non-stop activity. This time is equivalent to 2 years of your working life if you are on a 40-hour-per-week schedule. It's a substantial portion of our lives that we devote to the intimate act of sexual activity, a period of time that could be spent learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or even writing a novel. But in spite of the time and effort we put into it, the question remains, are we truly satisfied? Are we making the most out of those 4,000 hours? Take a moment to reflect upon your own sexual experiences. Do they enrich your life, or do they disrupt the balance of it? Are they filled with joy and fulfillment, or do they bring about feelings of dissatisfaction? Each one of us has different sexual desires and needs, and meeting those needs is crucial to our overall happiness and well-being. However, studies show that a high number of people aren't happy with their sex lives. They feel unfulfilled, unsure, perhaps even discontented with their experiences. It's a common concern that transcends age, gender, and even relationship status. This isn't about the frequency of sexual activity or the number of partners. It's about the quality of the experience, the connection, the intimacy, and the satisfaction derived from it. The topic of sexual satisfaction is complex and multifaceted, influenced by a variety of factors including physical health, mental well-being, relationship status, and personal beliefs. Despite all these factors, the question remains: are we investing 4,000 hours of our lives wisely? Are we finding true satisfaction and happiness from our sexual experiences? Yet, despite this significant investment of time, many people find themselves unsatisfied with their sex lives. Story or use case studies. Consider the story of Alex and Jordan. They were an ordinary couple, just like anyone else, nestled in the heart of their mid-30s. They had been married for an entire decade and found that what was once an electrifying part of their relationship had grown into a predictable, almost monotonous routine. Their sex life, something that was once a thrilling adventure, had become mundane, losing its initial spark of excitement. They made a conscious decision to seek help, not because their relationship was teetering on the brink of jeopardy, but because they believed in the potential for more. They believed in the potential of their relationship, of their partnership, of their shared life together. They refused to settle for the commonplace routine that their sex life had become. They desired more, craved more, and knew that they deserved more from their intimate life. So, they started a transformative journey through a series of consultations with a reputable sex therapist. The therapist was experienced, understanding, and open-minded. Under his guidance, they embarked on a journey of self-discovery, where they unearthed aspects of their sexuality they had never considered. This journey exposed them to the nuances of their sexual desires, the hidden corners of their sexual identities, and the depths of their sexual potential. They learned about the importance of communication in their intimate lives. They realized the power of expressing their desires and fears, the strength in being vulnerable with each other. They discovered the immense value of exploring new territories together, of stepping outside their comfort zones, of challenging the norms of their sex lives. They discovered that sex is not just a physical act. It is not simply the meeting of bodies, but a profound meeting of minds and hearts. It's about intimacy, connection, and mutual pleasure. It's about exploring the deepest corners of each other's minds, about understanding and accepting each other's desires and fears. They learned to slow down, to savor each moment of their intimate experiences. They learned to explore each other's bodies and minds with a renewed sense of curiosity and respect, to truly see each other in a new light. They learned to reconnect with their own selves, to understand their own desires, to accept their own fears. Through this journey, their perspective towards their sex life transformed. It wasn't about mere physical satisfaction anymore. It was about emotional connection, about mutual pleasure, about shared love. The result? Their sex life transformed. It became an exciting, fulfilling part of their relationship, a source of connection and joy. In another case, consider Sam, a young man in his 20s. He was single, unattached to anyone, leading an independent life. This independent lifestyle, however, was coupled with a sense of frustration stemming from his sex life. He found himself feeling left out, as if he was not partaking fully in the experiences life had to offer. There was a gnawing belief inside him that he wasn't good enough. He felt as though he was on the periphery of a world he wanted to be in, but didn't know how to enter. This was a world of pleasure, of intimate connection, and of shared experiences. Dealing with this frustration, Sam made a conscious decision, a decision to educate himself about sex. He sought to understand its intricacies, its subtleties, and its complexities. He desired knowledge that could help him navigate the terrain of human intimacy. His objective was not just to enhance his own pleasure, but also to ensure that his partners felt fulfilled. He read books, many of them, books that offered insights into human sexuality, books that discussed the art and science of pleasure. He dove deep into literature, consuming knowledge, quenching his thirst for understanding. He frequented workshops, where he learned from people who had dedicated lives to understanding and teaching about sex. These workshops were not just about theory, but also about practice, about applying what one learned into one's personal life. He sought advice from experts, people who had studied human sexuality extensively. He had conversations, asked questions, challenged his own beliefs. During these interactions, he learned about consent, a cornerstone of any sexual relationship. He understood how important it was to communicate, to express desires and boundaries, to listen to one's partner. He learned about the diversity of human sexuality, about how each person's sexual preferences and desires are unique, understood that there is no one-size-fits-all approach when it comes to sex. As he continued learning, Sam started discovering techniques that would enhance his sexual experiences, techniques to prolong pleasure, to build intimacy, to explore and express his desires. He practiced these techniques, applied them in his life, saw their effects. And just like Alex and Jordan, Sam's sex improved dramatically. He felt more confident in his understanding of sex and in his ability to please his partners. He felt more fulfilled, no longer feeling like he was on the outside looking in. His relationships became more intimate, more connected. He was no longer a spectator but a participant in his own sex life. He felt more connected to his partners, more understanding of their desires, and more capable of creating shared experiences of pleasure. His sex life was no longer a source of frustration but a source of joy and fulfillment. Encourage viewers to take action. These stories are not unique. They are a reflection of a shared human journey, mirroring experiences that cross borders and barriers, and they highlight a path that you too can embark upon. Choosing to invest in your sexual education is a powerful step towards self-empowerment, self-knowledge, and improved relationships. Reading books is a great starting point. There are countless resources available, from textbooks that provide a biological understanding of human sexuality, to memoirs and novels that offer a more emotional perspective. Workshops, whether online or in person, provide a safe, structured environment in which to learn, ask questions, and discuss topics that might otherwise feel intimidating. Seeking advice from experts, be they therapists, doctors, or educators, adds another dimension to your education, providing personalized insights and advice tailored to your individual and circumstances. Learning about your body is fundamental. For too long, societal norms and pressures have encouraged ignorance and even fear of our own bodies. It's time to change that. By learning about yourself, about the mechanics and nuances of pleasure, about the way your body responds to different stimuli, you can start to build a healthier, more satisfying relationship with your own sexuality. Learning about your desires is a journey into the depths of your psyche. It's about uncovering what truly makes you feel alive, what sparks passion and excitement, what brings you fulfillment and satisfaction. By understanding your desires, you can better communicate them to your partners, leading to more fulfilling experiences for all involved. The vast universe of human sexuality is complex and diverse. It encompasses a wide range of experiences, identities, orientations. By learning about this richness, you can develop a deeper understanding and acceptance of yourself and others, fostering a sense of empathy and connection. Open communication with your partners is absolutely crucial. It's about expressing your desires and fears, your hopes and dreams in a safe and supportive environment. It's about seeking consent, building intimacy, exploring uncharted territories together. By slowing down, you can savor each moment, each touch, each whispered word. You can explore your partner's body and mind with a sense of wonder and respect. Sexual intimacy is not a race to climax. It's a journey of exploration, a dance of intimacy, a celebration of pleasure. The time and effort you invest in enhancing your sex life will dividends in the form of deeper connections, heightened pleasure, and a more fulfilling sexual experience. And remember, every step you take on this journey is a step towards transforming your sex life from mundane to magical. So it's time to start your journey.